Prior to being at Mercy Housing, all four of us were living in a small room inside my family's house. When I was told that they were building Mercy Housing, that they were building these little homes, they told me, to go and see if I qualified. I went and I filled out the paperwork, and I really didn't have my hopes up. And yeah, they did. They took me in, and as soon as we walked in here, the kids just looked at me, and I remember my son's face at the time. He was 6 when we moved in, and he looked at me and he's like, "Mommy, it's ours?" I'm like, "This is ours." So when we walked in and I smelled it, it smelled new, it smelled like paint. Finally, I have something for me and my kids. What I love the most about our resident service coordinator, Shabila, is how amazing she has been throughout the whole time she's been here, even before the pandemic. During the pandemic, I lost my job and I told her about it. The first words out of her mouth were, "Are you okay?" For her to ask me that when I was at just my most lowest, that's when I really noticed how amazing Mercy Housing is. She kept telling me, "Everything is gonna be okay, Lucy, don't worry, everything is gonna be okay." She told me about the program to help pay for rent, and she signed me up, and it helped with 2.5 months worth of rent. 2.5 months that I could focus on trying to get the kids in a well-being state. Towards the end of the year, like right before Christmas, at the beginning of December, we came down with COVID, all of us. I was like, obviously my husband can't work. I was still on unemployment, and she said, do you have food? And I looked and I'm like, yeah, maybe for this week. She arranged for a grocery delivery to be sent here, and it wasn't just a bag of food. It was 3 full boxes of food. So I opened the door and I just broke down. I was like, oh my God. And she just kept on us with our recovery. And that's why I never want to leave here. I want to stay here forever.
If I were to describe Lucia, she is proactive, she's very supportive, and she's a very good mom. She told me that she found comfort when she came here, and she keeps mentioning that Grizzly Hollow is my home. She keeps mentioning that. I love my job at Mercy because it's not the job itself, it gives me satisfaction. She asked for things and I was able to provide her through whatever we could. And I'm very fortunate that we were able to help many residents, and Lucia was one of them. And like building a bridge, you have to know what is on the other side of the bridge. And to reach that bridge, you need that connection. The relationship becomes stronger when you have that trust with the residents and the faith in them.